Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are putting on a full face of clean beauty. So a couple of weeks ago I did a review on Exa and I got it at Credo. Credo is a store that only sells clean beauty. Everything in that store, perfume, skincare, makeup, all clean. I think they have a store in New York. I haven't been to it. And it was the first time that I had been to the one in Los Angeles. Not everything that I'm going to be putting on I got at the store that day. I do have a couple of clean beauty things that you have seen me use before, but I think we're going to be doing almost a full face of clean beauty. So let's first start with Exa. So you probably have seen, ooh, messy. You probably have seen me use this. This is the third time now, the review, and then I used it somewhere else, and now using it again. And it's the first clean foundation I've tried that actually feels like a typical liquid foundation, where most of them feel like they're oils, or in the case of the Care Weiss, I don't know really how to explain it. It's kind of a in-between a foundation and an oil. It was really kind of thick and hard to get spread all over the face, but the color was fantastic for me. I think I had feathery and it was just perfect. You know, at that time, I think I'd probably tried it in the winter, probably February-ish. This brand has a lot of shades, but the shades are very, 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 very warm. So their color matching thing isn't all that good. I'm just gonna say it, you guys. So I have all this detail in the foundation review, which I will put a card for up here. But this is actually a cool toned foundation, because the neutral foundation, which is what I usually do, because it's not too yellow, but it's not gray, which I find cool tones can be a little gray, was very, very warm. And that is it. It's pretty easy to apply. Just going to check the hairline and make sure everything's okay, and around the eyebrows. Pretty easy. And I feel like the coverage is really, really nice. I think it's better than a lot of the things that I love so much, like my Givenchy, is a little bit lighter coverage. Now, I personally like to let my foundation set up for a while before I consider whether I'm going to use powder or not and decide where I'm going to put the powder. It just doesn't make sense to me have soaking wet foundation and then throw some powder on it, because it's, what was it, you know, in school that you used to make with flour and water, like paste? I don't know. So we're gonna do eyes. This is Kosas. And I've tried this a couple of times back in the day when we were allowed to try things on store, in store at Sephora, and I just didn't get it. And somewhere along the line, I think I saw somebody say this is really a fantastic product. This is quite wide, so you can pick this up and then find a flat spot where you're not going to hit it over, because I have a feeling that will just spill out. It's extraordinarily liquidy, and shake, shake, shake first. And then go in with the finger or a brush. And this is, you know, a nice little onesie and dunsy. I have one other thing that is clean, and that is the Atelier Rose Quartz palette. I saw a couple of people doing updated reviews on that, because I guess Atelier came out with a new version of it that appears to have fewer colors in it. I'm not really sure why, but I wanted to do something a little bit more simple today. And it is very simple. It just gives you a little bit of something. You can build this if you want, but I don't think I want to. We'll see. Here, a little something, and I think I might leave it that way. We're going to do some liner and that kind of good stuff. I am going to go in with this Milk. This is not being made anymore, but Milk is a clean brand. and I just want to do a little bit of tight lining. It's the strangest product. I think I understand why it was discontinued. It's very, very messy. This, I've actually wiped this clean, and it's almost like, it's like a combination of gooey coal kind of thing. And when I say coal, I don't mean the word with the K and the H, like K-O-H-L, more like coal, C-O-A-L. So I'm hoping they're just going to do a reformulation on this. I just think that makes all the difference in the world for me. Here's something that is not clean beauty. This is NYX. You know what? I did try the Kosas product, and I didn't even shoot it or review it for you guys. I just brought it back to Sephora. I don't know if it was the one I got or what, but so much product came out. I don't know if mine was broken, but it was just insane. It was just, okay. I take a little sweep and I have all this product, and then I have to kind of get that product all over, and I just found it to be irritating. So that went back. But I do have some really long hairs right now, and I would love to find something just to set them down so they're not, you know, ring. And I find that if you cut these kind of hairs, they will just go straight out. So cutting is not an option. Plucking is not an option. I would love to find a gel that just kind of, not a laminated brow, but just, you know, for the big long hairs, that would be good. Now I'm going to go in with a blush. This is by Julian Dempsey, who is a Los Angeles-based makeup artist. She has been well known in the community for years and years and years. And back in the day when I was an avid reader of all the beauty magazines, every month I would go to the newsstand and I would pick up like 4 or 5 of them. It was a lovely little afternoon for me, or longer, honestly. She was mentioned in the magazines, in Harper's, and Vogue, and she is married to Patrick Dempsey, the actor. So this is quite waxy. It feels different than the Tower 28, which is emollient and waxy. This is just waxy without really that. That one kind of gets stiff peaks when you go like this. This doesn't. It doesn't have a dry feeling. It does have a waxy feeling, so it's unusual. It's different than anything else I have. And I'm just going to disperse it on my hand like this and then pick it up. And it has a coconut scent to it. So if you have sensitivity to coconut or derivatives, take a look at these ingredients and make sure it's not a derivative that is bothersome to you, but it definitely has that beachy smell to it, which I kind of love it. I just think this is a lovely little blushy from inside, really healthy and true looking color, but you could build it. I've already wiped my hand off, so don't want to get it on my white shirt, but you can definitely keep on going with this. For now, I'm going to go ahead and keep it like it is, and this is going to be such a quick video, no kidding. Westman Atelier, this is the Brûlée, and they carry Westman Atelier at Credo. Looks like that, and this is the lit up stick, so it's a highlighter stick for women who are quite dark, women or men, who are quite dark, or a bronzer. And Gucci says to use it under, like that, which is weird to me, because that's not where bronzer goes. So I'm just kind of, you know, free-handed. It's not terribly, terribly pigmented, so while it looks dark, it works with my light medium skin tone just fine. And I could use a little something around the forehead because the Exa is really pretty decent coverage, as I mentioned. And I think Gucci actually uses her brushes with this, and I only have that one eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to go in with a dry beauty blender just to make sure I am blended. and just give a little bit of shape and a little bit of life to the skin. Another Kosas product. So I like to put my concealer on my finger and pick it up that way and really rub it in and then take some off, and mirror high, looking up, which tends to stretch this area out. And instead of blending out, blend vertically. Now I'm going to let the under eyes set up a few minutes again before I go in with powder and go in with the Milk Kush Mascara, which I happen to love. I love, but is really unreliable. It's like a bad boyfriend. Sometimes it rubs below and flakes, and sometimes it does not. Unreliable. But I just love the feathery look it gives to the lashes. Now I'm going in with the Cloud Set from Kosas. I love this powder. If you've followed me for a while, you know the journey. If you are new here, I returned it the first time because it hard panned like immediately. I think the brush just picked up the oils on my skin, and then I would go back in, and it did not work. It's like I loved it, and yet it wasn't working. And it also, when I put my brush into it, I didn't see the powder. So there's, I think, some kind of film you have to break through first. It was like you can see the effect, but you can't see the powder, but maybe you're kind of kidding yourself and you really couldn't see the effect. So I bought it again because one of my lovely viewers told me a fantastic trick for hard pan, where you just take packing tape, really sticky tape, put it on the entire pan, and then rub your finger so it's in full contact and pull it off, and it takes off whatever that oily, hard panny thing is. If it doesn't do it all, you can do it again. Do it a couple of times until it's all done, and I now love this powder. And because I'm wearing the Milk Mascara, I'm going to do powder right here, which I usually don't. But I find that if I do powder right here, really good chance the milk isn't going to end up on my face. Now for lips, I actually have a lot of choices. The Tower 28 glosses are really lovely. They are very, very similar to the Viseart Moisture Boost. I like the Viseart a little bit better in formulation. The colors of the Tower are not much of anything though. So I'm going to go in with a lip, and this is Ilia. And the color is Cinnabar, and I thought it actually would work very nicely with the Kosas eye. And that way, so we'll have two things in kind of a coppery-ish kind of a hue, and then we'll have the pinkness of the cheeks, which I'm kind of fine with. They're the same kind of relate to each other. These are so comfortable. And you guys, that is a full face, almost, of clean beauty. So I probably didn't talk about too much. This is such a fast video. I'm kind of loving it. But let's just hit it all. The Exa, the first clean beauty foundation I have ever tried that actually feels similar to a regular liquid foundation. I'd say the coverage is a solid medium, and it's comfortable on the skin. For me, I am on the precipice of dry. I'm 59. I'm going to be 59 like in 2 weeks. And I moisturize very, very well. I think if you're oily, I'm not sure if you will like this, but it doesn't feel moisturizing. I have to say that. I pre-moisturize very nicely. If I didn't, I might find this a little bit uncomfortable. The Lid Up stick, I just love this stick. It just gives you a little something. I could use maybe a little something more, but I think it's beautiful. It's clean, the packaging, so beautiful, so elegant. Westman Atelier. The Kosas, once it sets, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't crease, it doesn't move around. It's a very pretty glow. But you can build it and make it darker. As you can see, you can just kind of keep on going with this and really go for something quite dense. But I didn't want to today. I just kind of wanted a sheer diaphanous veil on the eyes, and I got it. The Kosas concealer I really like. Kosas, when they first came out with this, all the shades were egregiously yellow, and one of the only brands in recent memory that I can think of that listened to us. And I guess a lot of people said, hey, you know, not that many people are yellow. How about some brands that are neutral, some colors that are neutral? And they did it, man. And it feels very, very similar to the Clinique in my view, and love it. The Milk Mascara makes your lashes look so feathery. It makes me, well, I feel that it makes me look like I have more lashes. So it's not like I have the same amount of lashes but they're really long, or I've gone from 3,000 lashes to 3 because it clumps everything together. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful mascara, but is very unreliable. Oftentimes, by the end of the day, I have smudges right here and sometimes flakes. The Jillian Dempsey, I think it's lovely. I would like to try more things from her. I like the packaging, which I've thrown away because I shot this video a couple of weeks ago, to be honest, but I'm editing it now, and there was something I didn't like. I can't remember what it was, and I thought I should just reshoot this. I don't know if I was talking egregiously too much, but I thought, you know what, why don't I just shoot this again? And so I am. And therefore I threw away all the packaging. But the packaging is really simple. It's not a box, it's just an envelope that folds over in pink with some, same thing as this, with the copper rose gold lettering. I dig this smell. I really dig it, actually. Creams don't last very long, and this is not any different, but it is clean and it's a very pretty color, and if you're into clean, this might be something for you to check out. The Kosas powder, I've talked about it in this video, and I've talked about it many times. I think you know my feelings about it. And the Ilia, so pretty, so comfortable. It doesn't feel like clean. Recently someone sent me some a very indie brand of some clean lipsticks, and they felt like melted crayons. They felt heavy, uncomfortable. They had a very crayon kind of smell. One of them came broken. It was just like, yuck. You can have clean beauty without feeling like someone made it in the kitchen, and this is evidence of that. And you guys, that is it. Shall I take down my hair for the close? Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope this was helpful to you, giving you an idea of clean beauty available at Credo, items that I really like and you might like as well, and a nice, really fresh, pretty look, I think. Great for every day, you know? Oh, I forgot the milk liner. I already told you about the milk liner, what my thoughts are. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful. I hope you come back again. But until we meet again, continue to be safe and smart. It ain't over. And until we meet again, I'm wishing you good health.